Here we're just having a preview of the old shape, the one length bob. We're going to show now a change into the new Bubikopf line. As you can see, I've sectioned off the crown and sectioned off the sides. Sectioning being very important because when you're working eidetically, that is, when you're visualizing the shape beforehand, it's important to have the sections very clean. You can see across the crown I've come through to the corners of the eyes, sectioned off across the back of the ear, down, moving the side sections forward, leaving the back very clean and very clear and precise to be able to work on. The cleaner the section, the easier it is to execute the haircut. Now I'm picking up the soft shear. This is a new innovation by Horst and Friends International. It's a combination of shears using a blending shear and a straight shear together to make the efforts in hair cutting much easier and quicker. I'm sectioning down the center, using my center section first so that it can be a guide for my outside sections, getting the lines nice and clean and working this section out. This shear is going to give us a very soft line and yet still enable us to be very accurate and very clean with our haircut. Now I'm working the section out to the occipital. At the occipital I'm taking one straight clean line right across. As you can see with the blending shear and the blending shear and the straight shear, when they're together, as we go on the outside of the line, first of all I'm coming in quite strongly and deeply into the section and cutting off the length. And then afterwards I'm using just the inner side of the shear, that's the blending side, just to soften down that outside line. You'll be able to see again now, cutting the length off first and then continuing to strike the section to soften out the outside line. All the time elevating the section up, scissor over comb technique, keeping a nice control with the hair inside the comb and blending through. Now I'm combing down to looking for the response and seeing that I have a very nice blend, working it through to the already short nape that existed. Now I'm taking the center section and working it into the side section so it becomes my guide. Holding it out over the comb, making sure it's nice and taut, that the line is clean, and first of all going in and removing the bulk length. All the time increasing the angle of the elevation. Important that the hair is quite damp at this time so that the line is clear and easily defined so that we can see what we're doing within the tension. Curlier hair would be cut the same way. One would just make sure the hair was a little damper so that it was easier to attain the tension. All the time working eidetically. Eidetics mean perceiving what the shape is before even starting the haircut. So when I'm working my angles out, and people in the educational system would say, well, where are you holding it out to? I know in my mind exactly what the outside guide or eidetic line would represent in regards to the shape. And what I'm doing is visualizing and holding the shape out at my eidetic guide. That's the outer perimeter line, which I foresee as being the shape required. This system is extremely easy to obtain once the correct control has been acquired in being able to handle the hair over the comb and working through a gradual progression of sectioning. Now I'm combing the section down again, looking for the response, making sure that I have a very nice blend and checking it in to the existing sides.